In the quiet town of Ashwick, there was a boy named Sam who loved bedtime stories. But one night his grandmother told him a tale that made his blood run cold. She spoke of the Dream Eater, a creature that lurked in the shadows of children's dreams. It was said to have glowing red eyes, long spindly fingers, and a mouth that stretched too wide, filled with rows of jagged teeth. The Dream Eater would sneak into the dreams of children who stayed up past bedtime, turning their sweet dreams into nightmares and feeding on their fear. Sam laughed it off, thinking it was just another silly story. But that night, as he lay in bed, he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The shadows in his room seemed darker, thicker, as if they were alive. He pulled the covers over his head and eventually fell asleep. In his dream, Sam found himself in a dark forest. The trees were twisted and gnarled, their branches reaching out like claws. The air was cold and the ground was covered in a thick black mist. He heard a faint whisper like the rustling of leaves, but there was no wind. The whisper grew louder, forming words. "You shouldn't have stayed up late." Sam turned around and saw it. The Dream Eater. Its glowing red eyes pierced through the darkness, and its too wide grin sent shivers down his spine. Sam tried to run, but the mist clung to his feet, slowing him down. The Dream Eater's laughter echoed through the forest, growing louder and louder. Sam woke up screaming, drenched in sweat. His parents rushed into his room, but they couldn't calm him down. He swore the Dream Eater was real, that it had been in his room. The next night, Sam tried to stay awake, afraid to fall asleep. But exhaustion eventually took over and he drifted off. Again, he found himself in the dark forest. This time, the Dream Eater was closer, its grin even wider. It whispered, "You can't escape me. I'll always find you." Night after night, the Dream Eater haunted Sam's dreams, each time getting closer, each time more real. Sam grew pale and tired, his eyes ringed with dark circles. He stopped eating and spent his days in a daze, terrified of sleep.